The notion that global warming is a satanic mission to undermine Jesus may seem far-fetched to many, but it is an idea that has been circulating in certain Christian circles. According to this perspective, forces of darkness, led by Satan, are orchestrating a global effort to spread fear, chaos, and destruction through the notion of climate change. This alleged satanic plot aims to undermine the authority of Jesus Christ and the biblical worldview, replacing it with a secular, humanistic agenda that prioritizes the interests of humanity over the will of God. Proponents of this idea argue that the emphasis on climate change and sustainability is a clever ruse to shift attention away from the true spiritual battles that are taking place in the world. By convincing people that the biggest threat to humanity is climate change, rather than sin and spiritual darkness, Satan is able to distract them from the real issues that require spiritual solutions. This, in turn, leads to a decrease in faith and a rejection of the biblical values that underpin Western civilization. Furthermore, the push for radical environmental policies and the deification of the natural world are seen as a form of idolatry, where the creation is worshipped rather than the creator. This, according to some Christians, is a direct attack on the biblical notion of stewardship, where humans are called to care for the earth, but not to worship it. The emphasis on climate change is also seen as a way to promote a form of global governance, where the interests of the state and the environment are prioritized over individual freedoms and the rights of citizens. The ideology of climate change is also viewed as a form of secular salvation, where the solution to the world's problems is seen as lying in human ingenuity and technological advancements, rather than in the redemption offered by Jesus Christ. This, according to some, is a form of false hope, where people are led to believe that they can save themselves and the planet through their own efforts, rather than acknowledging their sin and need for forgiveness. In addition, the apocalyptic language used by climate activists, with its emphasis on catastrophes, disasters, and the end of the world, is seen as a form of spiritual manipulation, designed to evoke fear and anxiety in the hearts of people. This, according to some Christians, is a classic tactic of Satan, who seeks to intimidate and bully people into submission, rather than inspiring them to trust in God's sovereignty and provision. However, it is essential to acknowledge that not all Christians share this perspective, and many see climate change as a pressing issue that requires a biblical response. They argue that caring for the earth and being good stewards of creation is a fundamental aspect of the Christian faith, and that the Bible calls believers to be responsible caretakers of the planet. This perspective emphasizes the importance of balancing human needs with the need to protect the environment, and sees climate change as an opportunity for Christians to demonstrate their love for God and their neighbors. In conclusion, while the idea that global warming is a satanic mission to undermine Jesus may seem outlandish to many, it reflects a deep-seated concern among some Christians about the spiritual implications of the climate change agenda. However, it is crucial to approach this topic with nuance and balance, recognizing that the relationship between faith and the environment is complex and multifaceted. By engaging with this issue in a thoughtful and biblically informed way, Christians can promote a more nuanced understanding of the intersection of faith and ecology and work towards a more sustainable and equitable future for all. Ultimately, the key to addressing climate change lies in a deeper understanding of the biblical worldview and its implications for our relationship with the natural world.